All right, class, so here are our notes for interpreting language and mathematic expressions. I'm back in the media center, so you might hear some background noise. So again, just try to focus and block that out. All right, so we're looking for a blank blank that is a mathematical sentence. Well, a mathematical expression is a mathematical sentence. An equation shows that two things are equal. So there is a difference between an expression and an equation. We'll talk about that a little bit more in a sec. So an example of an algebraic equation is 2x plus 10y plus 6 equals 30. It has to have that equal to be an algebraic equation. An expression containing variables, letters, numbers, and operation systems is called an algebraic expression. Sorry about that bell. All right, so if I'm looking at this example right here, over here would be my expression, and then the whole thing is an equation because I've put an equal sign there, okay? So this next section, most of y'all know this, but let's just zip through it real quick. Variables are letters. Constants are the numbers without a letter. Coefficients are numbers in front of the letter or the variable. And then terms are things that are separated by addition or subtraction. So this has three different terms. All right. So next we're going to complete the table below. So our expression is 2x plus 5z minus 3. So that has three terms in it. Remember, we're looking for things that are separated by addition or subtraction. So there are three terms. List the variables. So now I'm looking for all of the letters. So that is x and z. List the constants. Well, that's the numbers in front of the letters. So that's 2 and 5. And then list, oh, I'm sorry, I messed up. Constants are the numbers without a letter. So that is -3, and it is negative because there's a minus there. Signs are important. And then list the coefficients. That's the numbers in front of the letters. So that should be 2 and 5. All right, so next, expression 13, how many terms are there? Well, there's no plus or minus, right? So there's only one term. Variables, there's no letters. So we're gonna put, let's not put 0, let's put not applicable. The constants, well, 13 doesn't have a variable, so it's a constant. And then the coefficients, it doesn't have any variables, so it can't have any coefficients. All right, so next, 6m cubed minus 9m squared plus s minus 4. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 terms. So if there's 3 addition and subtraction, then there's got to be 4 terms. List your variables. Well, I've got m, but I don't have to list m twice. Even though it's twice here, I only have to tell them that there's one variable of m. And then I've got the letter S also. List your constants. Again, that's the numbers with no letters, so it looks like it is a -4, right? That sign is important. And then list your coefficients. We're looking for numbers in front of the variables. So that is 6, -9. And this S has a variable in front of it. We don't see it, but there's really a 1 there. All right, last one. X squared plus 7x minus 1. I've got 3 terms. That should be 3. List your variables. Well, I've got x twice, but I only have to tell them that there's one variable of x. List your constants, the number without a variable, -1. And then list your coefficients, numbers in front of the x's. Remember, there is really a 1 right there. So I've got 1 and 7. Both of those are positive. So that takes care of the first sheet, or the first page of day 1, interpreting language in mathematic expressions. So next, an exponent is representative of the number of times you multiply something times itself. So example, 2 to the 4th power. 4 is your exponent, and that's telling us to multiply 2 times itself 4 times. The base is a number of, or variable that has been raised to a power. So in this case, 2 is your base and 4 is your power. Like terms are terms that have the same base raised to the same power. You might want to say variable there also. Okay, so negative 3p and 6p are like terms. They've got the same variable, and they're both raised to the imaginary first power. 5x to the third and 93x to the third are like terms because they both have x as their variable, and they're both raised to the third power. 1 and 4 are like terms. They're both constants because they don't have a variable. So for instance, here's one that is not like terms. So 5x to the third plus 2x squared is not like terms. They have the same variable, but they have different exponents. So I could not combine those. So those are not like terms. Next. So factors are, let's see what words they're looking for. Numbers and or letters. That are being multiplied together to get a product. So factors of 6 are 1 and 6 or 2 and 3. So 1 times 6 gives us 6, 2 and 3 gives us 6. So the factors of 9xy are, well, factors of 9 are 3 and 3, and then x and y. So the factors of x plus 2 times y minus 3, well, those two separate set of parentheses are the factors. And then the factors of 3 parentheses 7 minus 9 are 3. And then I said 7, I meant z, 7 minus 9. All right? The order of operations is a set of rules that we follow when making calculations. It instructs us to parentheses, exponents, multiply, divide, addition, or subtraction. Most of y'all probably remember that as PEMDAS, or please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. So for example, solve the following using the order of operations. So again, we're looking for parentheses first. Well, I've got a set of parentheses. So I'm going to take care of that first. So that gives me 5 minus 3 times 2 plus 1 is 3 squared plus 4. So the next thing we need to do is exponents. Well, I need to raise this 3 to the second power. So that gives me 5 minus 3. 3 squared is 9 plus 4. Now we're looking for multiplication or division. Well, no multiplication. I've got multiplication going on between this negative 3 and this 9. So that gives me 5 minus 27. Negative 3 times 9 is 27 plus 4. And then we're going to do addition or subtraction, moving from left to right. So 5 minus 27, you could punch that into your calculator. It would give you negative 22 plus 4. And then our final answer is negative 22 plus 4 would be negative 18. Now the beauty of our calculators is you could punch that whole thing into your calculator and it would give you the right answer. But now you know how to do it on your own. All right, so now we have all these words that mean addition, bunch of words that mean subtraction, bunch of words that mean multiplication, and then a bunch of words that mean division, okay? So what we're going to do is we're given an expression, and then we have to figure out which words go with these expressions. But now that I'm looking at this, this says practice, so we'll probably wait and do this in class. So there's nothing to write on this page. It's already filled in for you. All right, and so the next video I'll post will be the one for, it's going to be for solving equations and inequalities day 2. So be looking for that.